Welcome, Djamel, to our next episode of Who's Penny. How are you going today?
Good morning. Thank you for having me part of Who's Penny today. I'm well, thank you. How about you?
Oh, look, I'm excellent. It's always nice to catch up and talk a little bit about the business. So why don't you tell everyone that's listening today, what does your business do?
Yes, my name is Djamel, as you know, and I'm the director of Finmore Capital. It's a finance broking firm. We specialise in commercial property, asset and self-managed super funds. Been in the game for, it'll have to be over, I'd say 25 years for now, but that's what we do day in, day out. Main clients are SMEs, small, medium enterprises, self-employed business in general.
And what are you seeing the situation in the marketplace, and how's Finmore helping some of their clients at the moment?
Yeah, well, look, as we all know, COVID-19 this year has slowed everybody down, and a lot of businesses have suffered in consequences. Yeah. Having said that, what I've seen since COVID-19 started, I've seen a lot of requests on cash flow assistance.
Yes.
And because of our approach, which is an approach where if we're talking to an SME, for example, we investigate the situation of the SME from A to Z with their commercial property lending, with their business lending, home loans, and the whole lot. And we try to find solutions, if you like, to restructure those lending situations to alleviate on the cash flow and create in situation cash flow. But there has been a lot of requests of that.
That's right. I mean, you've certainly helped a couple of the clients that we worked together on, where you significantly saved them heavy sums of money in refinancing at lower rates, but looking more importantly at their full situation, not just the problem that they've come to you to talk to you about. And I think that's one of the things about the way you operate is that you take that holistic approach.
Absolutely, 100%. That's the approach. I mean, often clients may come in for assistance for one particular area, whether it would be asset finance or a property purchase, but we actually offer that service, which is often free of charge, to investigate their situation from A to Z. But as I said before, there has been an influx of requests as well, particularly from occupiers of commercial properties.
Yes, yeah.
Where many are in situations where their lending is well above the $1 million mark, for example.
Yeah.
Via the big banks, via obviously commercial facilities over periods of 10 to 15 years. And through COVID-19, there has been an impact of them being able to support those commitments. So, as I said, there has been an influx of businesses requesting, are there any other institutions that will take us on board and extend our finance over a period of 25, 30 years? And
is that where you're seeing the true challenge at the moment?
It is a true challenge. As you mentioned before, interest rates are low. It's very attractive at the moment to take benefit of those low interest rates and rejuggle the finances. However, if we talk about the big banks, right now, I had a situation where we had the full financials, we had everything on the table, hoping that we could restructure the finances for that particular client. However, that they are being cautious, difficult at times, if you like, but there is a reason why they are difficult, is because if you could take the example of a business that has done their financials for 2020, and we can see that there is a huge cash boost from the ATO, JobKeeper and what have you, that is not taken into consideration as correct. So it's taken off the equation, and that often, unfortunately, does not help. However, we are now at a stage where we're leaning towards the second-tier lenders that have been really great help, particularly when you've got a client that I think I may have mentioned that to you in our conversations. $2 million lend, for example, $18,000 a month commitment was just absolutely killing the client, and we are in the process of refinancing that facility over a period of 30 years, which will alleviate from whatever they're paying to a lot less than, and that again, it ensures continuity of the business. Yes. It ensures ability to service their loan, and it also creates that very much needed cash flow because, as you know,
are you seeing that second tier lender, third tier lender really prospering at the moment?
100%.
With just being much more flexible and understanding of the situations?
100%. In fact, once I finish doing analysis for a business, often it's those lenders that come into mind, because the traditional big bank are still around. The old way of doing business, we will only fund commercial over a period of 10 or 15 years. That's not going to help a client, unfortunately. So these lenders are coming in and offering, even, believe it or not, we have been refinancing businesses that own, for example, commercial property under a self-managed super fund, dollar for dollar, of course, no cash out, no additional funds to be extracted from what they already owe. However, as I said, on a lend of $1 million, whether it's an owner, occupier, or investor, it's the same thing. So having such debt over a period of 15 or 10 years can be heavy. And we are offering those over as up to 30 years, which for some businesses have really created that boost in cash flow and help.
And where are you seeing, what's the future like? What's the next 12 months look like, do you think?
It's $1 million question. I wish I could give you the exact answer. However, I can tell you what I have been seeing through our clients, and we've got, I would say, 80, 70% perhaps, are in the construction industry, in the plumbing, electricians, etc. They have been running consistently non-stop up until now, and that has been a big plus as far as for those type of clients. However, if you take a restaurateur, for example, it is very difficult. These people haven't realized any much in revenues for the last 7-9 months. So to answer your question, how do you see the future? Well, we know that the rates are low.
Be tighter financing, or they will relax, the big four will relax a little bit more?
Not really. Now, the credit is very tight, particularly when taking a client, a business from a bank to another bank. They are talking here specifically about the big fours. They all have pretty much the same guidelines when it comes to credit. So again, the second tiers have proven to be a real support. So the banks, in other words, they are there to lend, and we need them. The big fours, and we will always need them, right? However, the tightness at the moment is not really helping those businesses to restructure, if you like, and
that really needs support to really exit out of the situation and find a way. And look,
exactly,
Djamel, like we always like to end our episodes of Who's Penny. Tell us about a little bit of a useless talent that you might have.
I think I've got a few, but I'm not perfect. But I think the first thing that comes to mind is probably, I would say, dancing. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Any particular type of dancing?
Look, I'm not the type who I probably dance in my head, but not in public. So my wife always said to me, what's wrong with you? I'm like, when I see people dancing, I freeze. So that's it's a complex, perhaps. I don't know. I love music. I love everything. But yes, that has been a handicap, if you like, for many years.
And what about what's an old trend that you'd like to come back?
An old trend. Well, look, something comes to mind. I was thinking about it the other day through this lockdown and what have you. Literally, we lived on T-shirts and what have you. And I was thinking the other day, the old days when I used to work for banks, we used to have to wear a suit for 5 days a week. And I used to really enjoy that, actually. But it's a trend that I'd like to see coming back. I see now a lot of businesses, banking sector, any forms of business have relaxed the dress code. And that's something perhaps I'd like to see coming back. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Well, Djamel, thanks very much for your time today. I'm sure
Thank you, Demi.
People listening do have some exposure and some understanding and might be able to reach out. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much for your time as well, Demi. Have a good day.
See you later.
Cheers.